Good evening, folks. That's the old redneck again. Just wanted to have a few words with anybody who wants to listen to this. Today's rant's not going to be a whole lot of cussing, anything like that. These are going to be about as calm as I get. It's been 4 days since the election. 4 days of multiple riots, civil disruptions, unrest, basically a bunch of crybaby and snowflakes in the streets. Oh, wow, their person didn't get it. But this is the lovely communist state of California, and the cops' hands are basically tied on doing anything unless they get special instructions to do it. We have to put up with it. There's a few things about every election that nobody likes. As a video I reposted this morning, stated from a guy called Old Truck Driver. In any contest, you got two parties. One's going to win, one's going to lose. That's life. Deal with it. A lot of people don't like that fact. A whole lot of talk and chatter on the social media sites about getting the Electoral College to do a recount, revote, whatever they want to call it, so that the popular person that won the popular vote can be put in place. Well, I got news for you folks. It ain't all good. According to the latest numbers that I could find, the popular vote was Trump, 62,972,226 votes. Clinton, 62,277,750. To me, that ain't too close, but who knows? Electoral votes. Trump had 306, Clinton had 232. Again, that's not too close in my book. But people still want to riot. They're so freaked out and scared, but they're not too scared to put masks on and to hide in a crowd and hurt people, beat up Trump supporters, beat up people that voted. I'm willing to bet 90% of those people on the streets didn't even vote. They're the ones wanting the freebies, the free lunch. People don't understand what happened. Well, a friend of mine on Google posted something her daughter sent to me that she found on Facebook. And I'm going to read it. I should have asked permission first, but I'm not going to. It says, many of us, and this is a quote from what she posted. And it says, many of us dropped to our knees and prayed for guidance in this election. Not knowing what to do, we asked for God's guidance and what to vote. Some of us voted Republican. Some voted Democrat. Some voted Libertarian, etc. And we told ourselves that whoever won this election, we would take it as God's will and follow God's directive. I know that if Hillary had won, I would have been upset and afraid, and in all truth, I expected her to. Felt surprised when she didn't, and realized this may be an opportunity to change things for the better. I never, in a million years, would have gone out and screamed hatred in the streets, tore up property, etc. So I'm asking all those who have gone to God for guidance, and your candidate did not win, please listen to what he may be telling us. We are to keep praying because we do not know God's will unless we listen and follow what God taught us already. And for the rest of us that do not include God in your decisions, I saw this to try to explain our side of the story. And it said it better than I could. And I have to admit, I saw this same post on Google earlier this morning, and I thought it was dead on the money. And And this lady evidently copied it straight from Google or wherever the person at Google copied it from. But if you have an open mind and you listen close, you might find a whole lot of truth in it. And it says, I'm noticing that a lot of you aren't graciously accepting the fact that your candidate lost. In fact, you seem to be posting more hateful things about those of us that voted for Trump. Some of you are apparently triggered because you are posting how sick you feel about the results. How did this happen, you ask? You created us when you attacked our freedom of speech. You created us when you attacked our right to bear arms. You created us when you attacked our Christian beliefs. You created us when you constantly referred to us as racist. You created us when you constantly called us a xenophobe. You created us when you told us to get on board or get out of the way. You created us when you forced us to buy health care and then financially penalized us for not participating. You created us when you allowed our jobs to leave our country. You created us when you attacked our flag. You created us when you confused women's rights with feminism. They are two different things. You created us when you began to emasculate the men. You created us when you decided to make our children soft. You created us when you decided to vote for progressive ideals. You created us when you attacked our way of life. You created us when you decided to let our government get out of control. You created us, the silent majority. And we became fed up, and we pushed back and spoke up. We did it with ballots, not bullets. Those are very fine words, and I don't know the original author of them. But that's a person that this veteran would love to shake his hand, because that's fitting right in tune with our Constitution. You know, we have a bunch of, I call them snowflakes when I'm in a good mood, spoiled little rat bastards when I'm in a bad mood. They want everything for nothing. You owe me, you owe me, you owe me. I am breathing, you need to pay for it. I didn't steal that thing from the store should have given it to me. I want a college education, but I don't want to pay for it. Gimme, 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 gimme my aching butthole. You know, my granddad told me a long time ago, something that stuck with me. This is a great country. It allows a person to be anything they want to be. All they have to be willing to do is to work for it. And again, it comes back to it. Just like a kid's game in a schoolyard. In every game, there are winners and losers. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. We, the American people, we created this whole problem by electing the fools that are in office that started demanding that every student that participates should get a trophy so their feelings don't get hurt. Everybody has a right to speak their mind. Parents don't have a right to discipline their children. Teachers are basically babysitters. They don't have the right to punish a child that's throwing desks around or threatening them. When I went to school, if you raised a hand to a teacher, he handed you your ass. You know, he didn't give a shit. You raise a hand to him, he's going to put you down. Maybe it's time to go back to the old ways a little bit. That doesn't mean that I believe in somebody beating the crap out of a kid to where he's so abused he can't think straight. No. But these prima donna snowflakes got to realize, you act a fool, sometimes somebody's going to spank your ass. You know? Now there's talk that they want to have the Electoral College go back and redo the vote so that they can get the popular person in, the one that won the most popular vote. Well, I got news for you. If they do that, by the counts that I found, it's still going to be Donald Trump. And on a closing note, throughout this whole bitch of an election, excuse my language, we've heard the Democrats talk about how the Republicans were deplorable, they're racist, they're hate mongers, they're trouble in the streets, they're doing everything they can to disrupt everything. And we heard all that. The funny thing is, the people that are doing the rioting, the tearing up of the businesses in their own hometown, disrupting the life of the citizens of their town, are generally Hillary supporters. Now, if I look back, the Hillary supporters are Democrats. They're supposed to be for the people, supposedly. Yeah, you're for the people, you're tearing up the town. Might it be because you answered that ad on Craigslist for Trump, Hillary supporters needed to disrupt things? Protest activists needed to disrupt things? You know, $15 to $18 an hour sounds mighty fine. Thing is, you get arrested. Are they going to throw your bail? Huh. Maybe one of the first things Trump ought to do when he gets in office is make it a point to, if you get arrested for doing violence in a protest or something like that, and you're drawing state aid or federal aid, cut that son of a bitch off. Make you non-eligible ever again. Wonder how many more of these protests we'll have where they're picking up things and breaking out car windows and beating up people and busting out windows at stores. Funny thing is, a lot of these stores are little mom and pop shops that support their neighborhood. And here in Oakland, a lot of them are black owned and minority owned, and you're putting those people in a hell of a bind just because you're trying to make a point and try to get your face on camera. Well, the camera you get your face on might not be the news camera, but it could very well possibly be a security camera, and you could be sitting there behind bars. And if you are, good fucking riddance. I don't believe in anarchy. I don't believe in rioting. I've had a whole lot of years where the person got elected isn't the person I wanted. I may have bitched about it talking to friends, but I never raised a goddamn hand to him. I damn sure didn't like the guy that's been in for the last 8 years. And I've voiced my opinion on the internet. But I've never raised a hand against a fellow human being because I was protesting him. These snowflakes gotta grow up. If you're in school and do a walkout to protest it, get your ass back in school. When you see high school kids walking out and protesting, they didn't even vote. They don't really know everything that's going on. Or if they do, that's fine. They're smarter than I was at that age. But they should be smart enough to know to stay in school. If they want to change things, that's the only way it's going to happen. That's the last I've got to say about this, folks. I hope the hard times are behind us. I hope things get better. God willing, it will, and I don't care what you call God. Maybe we all need to pray to whatever God we have, that we can keep this world together. I will say this much. 2 days Trump's been president-elect. The president of Syria has said he wants to talk about cooperation with the United States. Russia wants to get relations back to normal. A lot of people are talking to us now. And he hasn't even been sworn in yet. Makes you kind of wonder why. Just remember, somebody offers you a deal to do something that's illegal or encourages you to do something illegal, and you want to go into that willingly, leave your hoodie off. Leave your mask off. If you're not ashamed of what you're doing, why are you hiding? If you think you're fighting for the truth, let your face be seen. Only a coward hides in the dark. To anybody that watches this and feels like passing it on, feel free to. If you want to comment, send me a comment. You can find me on Google+, or you can comment on the bottom of this. I think somehow I get to figure out how to do that, but I'm just dumb and old. You want to send me an email, I'll answer it. The email address is redneckrebel1956@gmail.com. I will answer every comment, good, bad, or indifferent. I don't really care either way. This is kind of a therapy to me. Personally, I wish us all the best of luck in the world. I think we're going to need it, because there's too many snowflakes in the world that seem to think they are the most important thing in life. To all the veterans out there, I salute you. I'm proud of you, both the old ones, the current ones. Maybe with Trump in there, we'll start making a difference. If you want to make a difference, as that old truck driver said on that video I reposted this morning, you want to make a real difference, help out in your community. Help get people off the streets. Help get the veterans clothes. Get them up out of the streets, out of the gutters. You see a family in need, help them. It's a hell of a lot better for this country than tearing up the streets. But from this old redneck and my family, I pray for this country. I pray for every person in it. If we all start working together as Americans do, we can get through this. Good night. Take care. Goodbye.